What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cam's Collection. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at my top 5 most anticipated figures of 2022. Yes, I took a little bit of French in high school and college, but no, I'm not going to need that today. Shout out to my wife for teaching me all I need to know about love language and Spanish, baby. And that's the perfect way to describe these figures. And what's the word you're thinking I'm going to use? Delicioso.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
Alright guys, and we're back. And here, coming in at number 5 of my top 5 most anticipated figures of 2022, The Vision. This scale collectible figure is going to be amazing. I love the sneak peek that we got to see at the end of WandaVision, but it kind of just left us all in awe as well as in wonder. I just want to know more about this character and what we're going to see from it, because obviously it's the same character, but it's a new version of him. I'm pretty sure he won't have the same exact memories that he had before, and his story is going to change, obviously. Because we saw that he went from just being a straight AI intelligence that was basically robotically controlled by SWORD to kind of snapping out of it. I'm not sure if there's still a human feature inside of him that made him kind of recollect or remember, hey, you know, like I had a previous life before this, so he had to get out of there and kind of, you know, rekindle that, or, you know, rediscover himself in some type of way. So I'm super psyched and super excited to see what they're going to do with this character later on down the road. Like I said, with the West Coast Avengers, this is the version that we saw. We never saw the version where the actual body of Wonder Man, or the mind of Wonder Man, actually transferred into the Vision. So maybe down the line further into the MCU, we'll see something like that. But I'm super excited about this figure. I think it's going to be great. Definitely as far as the colors and the textures on it are going to be great to see on someone's shelf, honestly. And it's definitely going to be on mine. This wired cape, the only thing and the only problem I had with it is this unicorn. Like, I don't know, it's like a Cyclops blast or power blast that's coming out of his forehead. Of course, he doesn't have the Soul Stone anymore, so there has to be some type of new energy beam that I guess powers him, and this is it right here. I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough, but I don't think I'm going to be featuring that on there. I hope that is a light up feature on that stone, or whatever you want to call that jewel that's on his forehead. I know it does have swappable eyes, which is going to be a little different, because I don't think a lot of people are going to know the difference. If you're not a real hardcore MCU fan, or someone that doesn't really watch the films, they won't know whether the eyes are supposed to be clear or if they're supposed to be black. As you can see right here, they definitely change, and obviously you have swappable eyes. That might be honestly a light reflecting feature, maybe. But I love how they have some of this like white. It's kind of like a pastel white, but also it has a little bit of color as far as beige and a little bit of gold accents in there in the entire suit. So I'm excited for it, and that was my number 5 out of my top 5 most anticipated Marvel figures of 2022. Let's go ahead and move into number 4. And you guys, everybody's thinking like, man, Mark 5 should have been 5. I mean, that's your opinion, but for me, Mark 5 is coming in number 4, just because we've seen the release before, and this is a reissue. I was not fortunate enough to grab this figure when it was originally released several years ago, because I wasn't into collecting, and now that I am, it is a must add. This is only the one, I think, one of the only Marvel Iron Man suits that does not have a flight capability, and I think that's so cool. And plus, it has these features to still make it kind of look like it's suiting up. And since I was able to, I would say, have a steal price of getting the Whiplash figure from this exact scene for such a great price, I have to put these two together. I know this thing is probably going to run me around $400 no matter where I'm looking at, but that's better than $1,000 that it was going before. Still on the fence about the suit up version of this figure, but look at that, man. Oh my gosh. it just I think it's just something about the suitcase. It's something like that reminds us as kids watching TV shows or watching spy movies and seeing someone like pull something cool out of a briefcase that helped them escape or helping them save the day. And I think that kind of takes us back to this, even kind of like the Power Ranger communicator on the wrist or their morpher. It reminded me of that very much so, because it's like, hands up front, hands to the side, boom, boom, boom. We're morphing out, which I think was cool. So I cannot wait to have this on my shelf, honestly. And for it to be so low in the numbers for number 4, just wait till you guys see the rest of these figures. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to number 3 out of my top 5 most anticipated Marvel figures of 2022. And coming in at number 3 is Scarlett Johansson herself. The likeness of this thing is amazing, honestly. They could not do any better, I think, unless she actually walked and talked and, I don't know, gave me a hug. That's about as real as it gets for this thing right here. A lot of these features and a lot of her accessories I probably won't actually pair her with or use her with. I think talking with a group of guys the other day in a panel, and we all agreed, honestly, this is the most impressive pose I've ever seen in my life right here. It's soft, it's subtle, but it means business 100%. We all love that they were able to take the comic version of this character and finally give her a great tribute and an amazing suit to compensate with her battle skills. I'm so excited about this figure, honestly, because honestly, as we know right now, this is the last version of this character that we will see. Later on down the road, Yelena actually will take up the mantle of Black Widow, quote unquote, which is actually like a whole group gang of girls, not really just one person, more like a crew, I guess you could say. Black Widow, widows, who knows? Okay, but I'm rambling on. I love this figure, and this is my number 3 out of my top 5 most anticipated figures of 2022. And coming in at number 2 is the one, the only Don Cheadle. This is a reissue from Iron Man number 2. So you see here, we got one version of the Mark V reissue from Iron Man 2, and now we're getting the War Machine Don Cheadle with a partial head sculpt in there of the Mark I War Machine. So I'm thinking, guys, are we gonna get a Mark 4 and 5? 4 and 6 of the Iron Man suit. Is that coming? Is that gonna be in our future with the Gentry armor room? Like, is that coming? It's exciting to think about all these reissues. I know a lot of people who have this figure already and are thinking like, oh man, no, my figure's not worth anything. No, don't look at it like that. It's just everybody else's opportunity to be able to get something that you have and you high at such value standard, because none of us can tell you how much you're going to like sell this figure for or how much you paid for it before, because I'm pretty sure you still got it for a better deal than we are getting it for it now. I was looking at figure prices the other day and it was like Drax $216. What is that now? That's a rocket, basically a 4-inch man, raccoon. That's it. So I'm super excited about this. The accessories are pretty standard. I love how they added in the battle damage version. And another thing is to think about as well is that man oh, excuse me, I'm dying. What if we get a Whiplash, Mark II Whiplash? That would be super cool. You can sit here and recreate that scene where they were like in the little I don't know, it was like a garden area and they're both like shooting their blasters to make his face explode. I'm not sure why he didn't just lower his shield, but that's a conversation for another day. But I love this right here. This little hammer tech missile that we all know that it's trash. So okay, that was my number 2 out of my top 5 most anticipated Marvel figures of 2022. And coming in, drum roll please, at number 1, the only right now, Captain America, baby. Formerly known as Sam Wilson, the Falcon, with his little red wing on here. This figure is going to be super, super dynamic, I think. Just because we've had the version where we got him from the Winter Soldier. And then I think we got another version from not Infinity War. What was it? Age of Ultron, I think we got. Yeah, we got one from Age of Ultron. No, I'm sorry. Civil War. We got a Civil War version of this figure as Falcon. For one was just Sam Wilson, the other one was Falcon. So I'm really excited because the articulation of the wings just keeps getting better as the years go on. With that very first version, you just move the wings up and down, kind of like fully extended out, or you could just have them fully extended down. I believe the second version, which was the Captain America Civil War version, you were able to move the wings forward. You can move them up, down as well. But on this one, it looks like they are able to do, I think, almost like 8 points. And then I think those individual wings have their own individual blades as well, which I think is really cool. And then of course this one also comes with Red Wing on his back that is, could come off and get put back into place as well. But this head sculpt is a 10 out of 10. I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to add the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, to it, but him alone by himself is going to look amazing on my shelf. Only gripe I had with Hot Toys is that I wish they would have made the version of Sam Wilson's Falcon suit that we got in the very first episode of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Honestly, from the first episode all the way up until like the fourth. All the way up until like the second to last episode, he wore that Falcon suit all the way up into there until his wings got broken. But I honestly wish we got that version because you can't have enough Falcon. All right, guys. Thank you again for joining me here at Cam's Collection for my top 5 most anticipated figures of 2022. And if you guys like the content that you're seeing right here and you want to see more of it, make sure you hit that subscribe and notification buttons down bottom so you can be the first one to know about new content that I drop on a week-to-week basis. And thank you again, guys, for joining me here at Cam's Collection. Peace.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.